Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is the sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the movies with the longest titles ever. And that follows the story of Caesar from the first movie. He has now moved into the woods and he now has this ape tribe. It's 8 years after the first movie takes place. And the apes are living on their own. They have this little society. They're happy. They're a family. At the end of the first movie, you get to see that the humans, they're gonna be wiped out. The simian flu takes most of them out. There's only a couple hundred left. They're living downtown in San Francisco, and they're trying to survive, but they need to get somewhere near the apes are to do something. And I'm speaking like this. I don't even know why I'm not trying not to spoil that. I guess I just want you to go in with the least amount of spoilers possible, because this movie really does take some twists and turns that you really don't get any hints at in the trailers. So it's basically apes and humans. There's a fragile piece and there's something coming to a head and there's going to be some battles. And going into this movie, I was super excited because Rise of the Planet of the Apes was one of the best movies of 2011, and this one just looked even better. Like that last trailer, not the last trailer that was released like a month ago, but the one that was released in like May maybe, looked amazing, and it would just seemed like the type of movie that is going to be better than its predecessor, still be summer popcorn entertainment, but also be smart about it, and this movie is exactly that. This movie is fantastic all around. Let's just get Andy Serkis out of the way, because everyone's talking about Andy Serkis and how fantastic he is in this movie, and he is great. He is great in this movie. He is always great when he does motion capture for any movie ever. This movie specifically, because in certain movies, like when he's like King Kong, I guess, that's just him kind of being a big beast. In this movie, Caesar really shows emotion, and you can see it in his face and his eyes, and it's portrayed so well. He carries this movie, and I don't mean that as there's no one else good in the movie. I mean, he just carries this movie so well because he's the main character, and it just looks fantastic on screen. And Jason Clarke is the main human in the movie, and he does a good job as well. Kerry Russell's in there, she's good. Gary Oldman is like the human antagonist, I guess you could say. And he is very good in this movie too, but he's only in the movie for like 10 minutes maybe. I was surprised at that he was in the movie for such a short amount of time. And I've been seeing some people say that, oh yeah, Gary Oldman, he was much more than just your generic antagonist. I disagree with that, because just because they showed one scene of him crying does not make him a not generically evil villain. And I don't mean that as this movie has a lot of generic garbage in it, but Gary Oldman's character was not the best thing in the world. Moving on from the acting, the CGI work in this movie is just amazing. This is some of the best CGI I've ever seen in my entire life, if not the best. These apes just look so fantastic and realistic, and just you see them and you're like, that's real, that has to be real. You're fooling me into thinking that there are actually apes talking on screen, and that is no easy feat. And the action sequences are fantastic too. I mean, there's a variety of action too. Like, I was expecting just like some big war fight sequences. There is not just that in this movie. There is some hand-to-hand fighting that I'm not gonna go into too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but it just, the way it happens, I wasn't expecting really much hand-to-hand combat in this movie, but it's not like martial arts, technically sound fighting, but it's just brutal fighting between two people, and it's just great. This movie made me realize how shittily written like the Transformers movies are, because I enjoy those movies for what they are, but this movie just blows something like that completely out of the water, because it has the great special effects and great action. I wouldn't say Transformers has great action, but it has the action and the special effects that Transformers has, but it also has a story and writing, and that's amazing. And like I said before, this movie takes a lot of twists and turns that you don't see coming, especially if you've seen the trailers, because again, I don't want to spoil it, but it's good to see that in a summer blockbuster where it just takes twists and turns that you don't see coming. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You don't know exactly what's gonna happen. Like, sure, you kind of know where the movie is going to end up, but I mean, getting there, it's a really cool ride. And this movie had some social commentary that I guess I wasn't expecting from a Planet of the Apes movie, but it really goes over something like a fragile piece between two different types of people, I guess, apes and people, but you get my point. It just, I mean, we have a lot of fragile peace right now, I would say, and it's just it's an interesting parallel. And this movie's ending is just, oh my god. When's the next one coming out? So, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of the best movies I've seen all year. It combines summer popcorn action-y entertainment with great writing and actual, like, social commentary on it, and the special effects are amazing. All the acting is really good, even though Gary Oldman's character is iffy for me. I'm going to give it an A. Definitely go check it out this weekend. Like, there's nothing else coming out this weekend unless you can go see Boyhood at one of the 5 theaters it's playing in, then you're lucky. So what did you guys think of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Did you like this more than Rise? It seems like most people are. I have. Read your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there. Because if you don't, the apes are gonna rip my face off. And, geez, that doesn't sound pleasant.